Tom Brady early in his career was great. You're right. You're absolutely right. 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, fewer yards thrown because the game was different. No question. And he did what he had to do. But let's face it, those were essentially defensive teams coached by Bill Belichick. And Brady was game manager plus early on. Be big on third down, get a great field goal kicker in position to kick a field goal to win the game. As he matured and the game changed, now it's carry an offense. That came later for Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes entered the league year one as a starter. This is an offensive team. You carry the offense. And he's done it so far through 3 years better than anyone who's ever done it in their first 3 years. That's all I'm saying.
Jeff Saturday.
Andy Reid.
Jeff Saturday, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. Let me tell you something, Jeff Saturday. Okay? you have an obligation not just to articulate your argument, but to listen to others. We have religiously, I'll speak for myself because Mac should be banned from talking about Tom Brady. Security should actually come in and score.
I second that.
I'm the only one who can give Tom Brady credit right now. You all assume this would happen.
No, not after the nonsense you spewed for the last 4 years. You don't even deserve to have a part of this conversation. But I'll tell you this, Jeff. What we recognize about Tom Brady is that Tom Brady is the greatest winner of them all in the modern era. There is no question about that. 6 Super Bowl champions, 9 Super Bowl appearances. We get all of that. Nobody's resume compares to his. When we're talking about greatness, what we're talking about also is the talent that you see, understanding that your resume does not compare to Tom Brady, that you haven't accomplished. In terms of being able to scramble, having wheels, not just an arm, being able to scramble outside of the pocket to your left or right and do some of the things that we've seen both Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers does. That's the only reason why the comparison to those two come about. There is no comparison to Tom Brady in any other category. We understand that. But when it comes to just pure talent, remember how you used to look at Dan Marino flinging the football? Now, he could not run a snail. But my God, could that man throw the football. We understood that about Dan Marino. There was something special about what you were seeing from him, even though it was Montana and others that were winning Super Bowl titles. So we understand the difference here. In the end, what you've done is you've made a stronger case, as you should, because you're the Super Bowl champion, you're the former football player, you're the aficionado when it comes to this. You made my argument for me when it comes to Aaron Rodgers compared to Patrick Mahomes. You're saying resume matters. The game is modified. It has changed. Football was played, a different brand of football was played back in the day compared to what it is now. And look at what Aaron Rodgers did back a decade ago, and look at what he's doing right now. This brother is special, and what I'm saying is, as a result of that, if you sit up there and you look at him going against Mahomes, and he ends up going to the Super Bowl against Mahomes and beating Mahomes, it would validate what I had been saying all along. Regardless of the greatness that you saw from Patrick Mahomes, it ain't written in stone that this dude is something that Aaron Rodgers never was nor ever could be. It wasn't finished with Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers has proved that this year.
Mahomes,
and I think he's about to prove it right now.
Mahomes wins so far in his career like he's Tom Brady or Joe Montana. He has an electric arm and gunslings like he's Brett Favre. He has the decision-making ability of Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. He can run. What can't he do? He doesn't throw interceptions.
I don't know what you've been watching. I've seen plenty of times when Mahomes hasn't looked great. Plenty.
Right.
I haven't.
Max.
I haven't.
Max. Let's ask this, Max. We've seen the win, or how many points they're winning by shrink, right? Pretty significantly this year from last year, right? Mm-hmm. So as the league continues to catch up, the reality is catching up with Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy, right? Like that catch up matters. When you talked about Tom Brady coming in the league, he played for a defensive-minded coach, so they're not going to air it all out. When Aaron Rodgers was in Green Bay with Mike McCarthy, they had that Brett Favre mentality where they did want the quarterback to move. They did want him to use some athleticism. They did want him to do some different things. So when you're trying to compare those guys, so you're telling me you don't think if Aaron Rodgers had been with Andy Reid for however much time it's been, he wouldn't look identical to what Patrick Mahomes?
I think so. I think Rodgers is the one guy who basically looked as good. I think Rodgers is the one guy who would have basically done what Mahomes did. By the way, third straight year, as a starter, third straight championship game, Patrick Mahomes. Yes, I think Rodgers is the one dude who could basically do what Mahomes is doing.
That's what I've been telling you all along.
For sure.
When I was
saying
that that's why I can't sit up there and look at Patrick Mahomes and say there's no reason to even discuss anybody else.
I never said no to that. I never said no to that. All I said was we don't know if Rodgers is still in his prime or if he's just getting used to LaFleur. Oh. It turns out he's still great. So, yeah, the best of Rodgers is very comparable to the best of Mahomes. If I had to choose, I'll take Mahomes.
Yeah, 2 years with LaFleur has shown you how good Aaron Rodgers is. And listen, much beyond just the gunning and running, like play checks, where he's putting the advancement of the game, Aaron Rodgers is on a different level now. Like don't sleep with. I mean, you can look at the way they put their scheme together, and they literally put it in Aaron's hands of what he's done. I'm obviously not stepping away from Stephen A. He does make a very strong point about Aaron Rodgers in the fact of those similar styles. And the other part about that, you know, from the whole top down is how many years has Aaron Rodgers been able to do that? My only issue with the Mahomes argument is it's fast, man. And you're talking about how you know, we're like in this microwave society. We want to make these and cast these decisions so quickly. All we're saying is don't push the old heads out yet. Don't push them out yet. They're still hanging on. And it's not like they're game managing. These guys are still balling and taking their teams to the places they want to go.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.